program and how to convey. And we're going to follow this procedure.
First, we focused on the structure from educational viewpoint. Many people who had studied in graduate school were working in public organization at Washington, directly utilizing their high specialty educated in graduate school. In Inter-American Development Bank, for example, more than half of people working there have a master's degree, and many of them are able to speak not only English, but also Japanese or Spanish as second or third language. That may be because those professionalized people in public organizations are provided by graduate school, which are famous for study of public policies, such as Georgetown we visited. In contrast, in Japan, it is rare to directly make use of their knowledge cultivated in graduate school in those organizations. I guess this might be caused by lack of such graduate schools specializing in public policies in Japan.
Next, I'd like to talk about urban planning findings. Actually, my background is urban planning, so I just enjoy walking around DC. And I'd like to find out some difference between DC and Tokyo. For example, streetscape. DC is a kind of really well-designed, orderly row of buildings, and open air, and emphasis on scenery. And then Tokyo is on the back of history. It's really cluttered, and the emphasis on economy. And next is block for guiding visually handicapped person. And this is here, and sorry about the low visibility. It's in front of your university in Georgetown, and standalone. And Tokyo, on the other hand, Tokyo is high visibility and relatively limited. So yeah, handicapped people easily to connect. And last one is, I just found out with the internet, so I'm not sure where it is. Do you know? Yeah, it's very, also in Japan, people texting while walking is increasing. So it's one of the problems. So we have 2 lanes, no cell phone, and cell phones walking this lane. It's just, interesting example, but just a compromise. I say controversial. And last one is station platform. I tried metro once, and this is really complicated for visitors. So I took around 5 minutes to buy ticket. Actually, but people are very kind, so many people help me. Yeah, and high sailing in open air, very beautiful. And on the other hand, Tokyo is clear cut, more information, especially recently, and relatively safe because we have kind of safety door, but trampled, but anyway efficient. Yeah, and next.
Okay, I'd like to talk about diversity. Through our stay in DC, we found out the traditional idea of U.S. diversity. In the lecture of Capitol Hill, I heard of the Latin phrase "e pluribus unum" in English, which means out of many, one. Since colonial period, U.S. students have realized an influence on the being poor and tolerant to the people having other views like language, ethnic, and religion. We realize that plural American, not melting pot, but mosaic, kaleidoscope, and salad. I want to sit in for them to know this tradition.
So let me share some our finding in details. I think there's 3 points. First one is political opinions, and these are something compared to Japan. In Japan, usually it's not usual to share or express what you think about political opinions, but since we came here, we hear some political opinions that people are expressing, and that are very in diversity. And also their diversity of career path. In Japan, it's the model career path is to go into the large company once and hang into until you get retired. So, but in United States, we went to many agencies and listened to many stories from them, and during then they are like having very various career paths. They're working in many places and experiencing many things. And the third thing is appearance. So this is my my kind of individual experience, but actually I was wearing kimono for these 7 days every day, and I guess only 3 or 4 people see me as a kimono or something like that. Many of them didn't notice or they didn't say indicate what I'm wearing. I think that is because maybe because I didn't look friendly, but but I guess the reason for that is U.S. citizens or citizens in D.C. is like get used to diversity, and they don't have to point at me as something special.
In terms of appeal to the government, companies in the United States understand the importance of lobbying and attempt to have influence in policy-making process for themselves. But on the other hand, Japanese companies don't recognize it's important to appeal to the government.
So, these 2 points are also Japan's challenges as well. And when we visit, the first one is Japan's weakness in public relations. And when we visited Japan's embassy, a staff in charge of PR told us that Japan's government and ministries are not very good at public